This is a follow-up video on how I made the camera that I use for my canine, and I figured I'd give you a quick demonstration on how I made it. Here's the harness. This is the singular load-bearing harness, and nice thing about it is the whole back of it is lined with a heavy-duty Velcro. May as well take advantage of it. So when you buy a GoPro, typically it comes in a case about that big. They tell you to go ahead and throw the base away. Well, I tend to keep things, so all I've done is basically I have a mount, a GoPro mount, a female mount, on a square, 4x4 piece of plastic. What I've done is lined this with Velcro, this side, with the hook part, and I can stick it really wherever I want. Up here in the front, you're obviously going to get more of the head of the dog, but it really depends on the dog and what you want to get. I typically like to place it right around there. Alright, and you can see, just using that Velcro, it stays on pretty nice, but what I wanted to do was I figured, what would be a good way to tape that down? And so what I did was come up kind of with double-sided tape with Velcro. All of the hooks are going in the same direction, so I basically need all male straight hooks to secure that down. So I just go like that, and then take one from the other side. All this is doing is adding a little more support to it, to the base. Alright, so now that I had the base on, you have your GoPro cam. You can just slide it right in. And what I like about this type of setup is you can buy the GoPro accessories for $10 for a grab bag of all different sizes and stuff like this for like 10, $20 on Amazon. You get a bunch of different sizes. And then if you want an extra arm, if you want to bring it up high, depending on the shots you're working with, it all depends on your dog's head too. But this is kind of what I've come up with for a center of gravity. I can still, when she wiggles, it's not bad. But what I also like about this setup is you can get an adapter. You get a simple adapter that turns this instead of a GoPro. You can use the GoPro parts, but get an adapter like this, and now you got a camera such as this tactical camera that you can just screw right in here, and now I can use it with all the GoPro parts. So vice versa, there's footage of this along with the GoPro. I like the picture quality with this camera, but this does have a automatic focus, so it kind of messes up with her head bobbing in and out of the picture where this is stationary. So that's a real quick rundown. You can see how strong that this support is on there. Once when she puts it on and it's all strapped down, it's not going anywhere. You really do need to use a screwdriver to tighten these down once you got them down on the dog. Otherwise, as you're running around throughout the day, they'll kind of start to fall like that, and you're going to be looking right at its neck. So really, it's just all made with Velcro, Velcro strips. $10. Make a support for it. This was one of my very first ones. Was a simple collar one. Simply take a GoPro mount and I sewed it to a simple strap using some high Test 80-pound Test fishing line on here, and then this simply just can go on the collar anywhere on the dog and snap on and have a camera. So there's multiple things. Now we can move this further back or further forward. I like to center it in the back. You could use more of a base, but also this still allows the flexible for the dog. I also think it's a little more comfortable on her than if I would have went with a longer base. A longer base would have been more stable, but I think this still gives her the comfort the shot too as well. So real quick rundown again now. You can see it's just a GoPro camera with a mount right there. I'm not limited to using a GoPro camera because of the attachments. I can put on another slim tactical camera that I'd use for shooting, firearm shooting. Also, I can equip my night vision to it. Really, it's a great universal mount. Is just go with the GoPro system, because there's so many parts out there, and yet it can hold like 3 different types of cameras. So for 20 bucks, get some Velcro and go to town. Again, this is using the load bearing harness. You can get this at Ray and Allen or on Amazon. Check it out. This is definitely the harness that so far that I've been working. They have that they've come out with that's really the most comfortable on the dog. This is actually what the military is currently using, and she seems to love it compared to her old one. We don't get a lot of rub marks and marks where she's rubbing her hair off. This is a lot more comfortable. Comes with accessories. You can hold on to. I got her carrying her own trauma packs and stuff, and it actually does come with a belly attachment for a little protector, and actually does come with it. It has a cooling pack in there right now, so nice and cool. Kind of sandwiches using the mole attachments, and these kind of sandwiches are there, and then you can hang these on, and I definitely think this is the best system out there. But point of this video, sorry for gibbering and jabbering, was to show how I made the mounts. Alright, so that's your basic mount right there. Make yourself some 1-inch pieces of tape. That's what I call Velcro tape. Get some nail tape, the hooked ends. Cover the whole bottom with it. Pick a place where you want to put it. We'll say right there. And then just use the, this is still very secure. I'm putting it down there now, and we're going to go for WALK. She's laying over there, and I want to zoom. So, make it look nice and pretty. Sucker is not going anywhere. And up here in Wisconsin, it's either raining, snowing, or sometimes we get some nice weather. But using the other camera is great, but this is waterproof. We had 2 feet of snow. She's going through and doing tracks, and still able to get all the footage, and waterproof. I know our police department has spent about $4,000 for a night vision setup that uses this Velcro, but if you already have a GoPro camera, if you have some of these other cameras, and you want to mount them on the dog, easy ways to go. And it's always cool to watch a video, get their point of view. So I hope I answered some of the people's, how'd you make the mount? But you got individual questions or anything like that, like I said, this is a real quick one. I did a detailed one. I can't find it. I did it over the winter when we get some footage. So hope this answers a lot of people's questions about how the setup is. You can see here's the front where she'd be sticking in her head over here. Goes around her body. This is on her back. So, alright, I hope you guys found this informative. Give me a thumbs up, give me a like. I'd appreciate it. All my videos that I'm posting are basically informative. I'm trying to make them as informative as possible because I have learned a ton over the years from YouTube. I just feel like anything I can do to show other people creative things on YouTube, have at it. So thanks a lot, people. Peace.